Hello, everybody. My name is Vincent Gomez, and I will be discussing the history of the luau from Hawaii. A bit about Hawaii. Hawaii is an archipelago, which means it's a group of islands in the Pacific Ocean. The major islands of Hawaii are Hawaii, um, also known as the Big Island, Oahu, Maui, Kauai, Molokai, and Lanai. Hawaii was first discovered and settled by Polynesian wayfinders. They experienced contact with the Europeans in 1778 by Captain James Cook. Eventually, Hawaii was annexed by the United States in 1898 before becoming the 50th state in 1959. The climate of Hawaii. Hawaii is home to a variety of different climates across all the islands. There are areas of dense rainforests and all the way to areas of volcanic plains, since Hawaii still houses active volcanoes. Interestingly, there are no land mammals endemic to the islands, so many of the food sources consumed today had to be introduced. Uh, Before, they only really ate different bird species and fish species that were available. One example of an introduced food is the feral pig that was introduced by the Polynesian settlers. Luau's, uh, the first luau was in 1819 when King Kamehameha II removed the kapu system. Uh, Under the kapu system, men and women were not allowed to eat together, and or not men, women were restricted from eating certain foods. After the ban, after the ban was restricted, or after the ban was lifted, there was a great feast consisting of traditional Hawaiian dishes. Um, Unfortunately, luau's were seeing a decline in popularity in the 20th century when many of the traditional Hawaiian customs were becoming outlawed. However, since there's been a resurgence of interest in Hawaiian culture, and the luau has made a comeback as a popular tourist attraction. And nowadays, locals typically host luau's to celebrate first birthdays or graduations. One of the foods found in luau's are kalua pork. Um, Kalua means from the pit, um, and these underground ovens are called emus. So the pig is placed underground and baked, typically a whole pig. Another food you'll see at a luau is laulau, which are different meats like fish or pork wrapped in the taro leaves, and they're also cooked in emus underground. Um, One thing to note is that the leaves are only used for the cooking and like imparting flavor. The leaves themselves are not edible. Another food is the Molokai sweet potatoes. One thing about the sweet potato is that it's not clear how the specific sweet potato made it to Hawaii since its origin is from South America. However, it is important to the Hawaiian diet and lifestyle, regardless of where it came from. The leaves are used to make mats, and the hardy nature of it has made it a reliable source of nutrients. Um, in luau's, though, you'll commonly see these baked or roasted, eaten as side dishes. Another food you'll find is poi. Um, Poi is made of mashed up and ground kalo, which is also known as taro. Um, it's mashed until it is turned into a paste that is an essential part of the Hawaiian diet. A lot of times they'll eat this or like with different meat or just this by itself. And the hula, which is commonly done in luau's, The hula is a Polynesian dance that dates centuries back, that was used to tell stories and remember and commemorate history. The first recorded hula dance was in 1778 when Captain James Cook arrived to Hawaii. For the first time, they had a hula for him. In the early 1800s, when missionaries wanted to convert islanders to Christianity, they didn't approve of the dance. They saw it as um, a pagan ritual. So they banned many of the instruments that were used, and they prohibited men from dancing the hula. Fortunately, though, in the late 1800s, King David Kalakaua strove to bring new life to Hawaiian traditions, and he lifted the band once again, um, allowing men to perform and allowing people to use the instruments once more. Uh, Thank you so much for listening to my presentation.